So just lately I've got back into playing the Star Wars X-Wing miniatures game. Used to play it years ago with our son before he went off to uni, and yeah, I realised from going to my local shop that it was still going, and was there one day and looking at all the miniatures, and it's like, oh yeah, I remember this game. This was good fun. This was good fun. And it is a good fun game, and a huge appeal of it are the miniatures that come with it. They are brilliantly detailed models, very, very well painted in the most part, and so I thought I'd get back into it. A small niggle is that when our son and myself played it, it was version 1. It is now version 2. Well, it's actually version 2.5, and it meant that though the miniatures are completely compatible with the latest version, the stands with all the little information on it, the cards, the rules are completely different. So you have to get a starter set to get the new rules, the new templates, blah 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 blah. Right. So that's what I've done. And in this game, you build a squadron basically, and what faction is up to you. You can be rebels, you can be Imperials, you can be Resistance, you can be First Order. Pretty much every allegiance you get in Star Wars is being represented. All right, and as I say, the models between both versions, both editions, are the same, although paint-wise it's slightly different, and I'm going to show you before I crack on with this video the difference. So this is a first edition TIE fighter, all right, which is this very light grey. As you can see, brilliant paint job for something so small. All right, so that's first edition. Second edition, they've gone, it's darker than it appears here, but they've gone for almost the Darth Vader TIE fighter dark grey. All right, so I'm just showing you them just so you get an idea. So yeah, I've got a lot of Imperials, I've got a lot of the Rebels, but I thought what I'd do for my faction is Scum and Villainy, which is, you know, it's the bounty hunters, it's the rogues, etc, etc, etc. All right, so I thought today I'll show you my squadron, what I've got, because I thought what would be a nice idea is to have the spaceship for every one of the bounty hunters that you see in The Empire Strikes Back, because due to either books or comics, every character there has ever been in Star Wars seems to have their own spaceship, and these have been represented in the game. So I thought today I'd show you what I've got. Of course, yeah, everybody knows Slave 1. This is a first edition Slave 1, all right, and I know there's a difference in colour schemes between first and second edition. Just like I showed you with the TIE fighter, it also applies to the other ships and with Slave 1. All right, but this is a first edition Slave 1, and what I've done is I've updated the base and the cards, etc, etc, etc. But there you go. So that's the only bounty hunter spaceship you see in Empire Strikes Back. We will move on. Next we will have, what shall we have? Yeah, this ship, okay, belongs to Zuckuss. All right, and again, this is only available first edition. They haven't released a second edition, so you have to buy the old first edition model, and then there's upgrade cards for you to play it. So yeah, that's Zuckuss's ship. I don't know, jury's still out on this ship. I don't know how Star Warsy it is. What do you reckon? Anyway, that's him. Next we will have, oh, it's come off his base. This one is, you've got to remember which way round it goes. It actually goes that way round. This is IG-88's spacecraft. This is the front, and that's the back. Looks like it should go that way, but it doesn't. It goes that way. There's his cockpit window. Again, lovely paint job. And on this, you can have any of the IGs operate in it, and also if you have other ones of these ships, you can link them all together, which is a nifty ability. All right, so that's IG-88s. This next one, this is the Houndstooth. Oh, get it in shot. This is the Houndstooth, which belongs to Bosk. And before I got this model, whenever I see images of it, I think it's, oh, excuse that. To me, it looks like it goes that way, a bit like a sandcrawler, because look, you've got these are thrusters, aren't they? To me, that looks like the ship goes that way round, like so. But no, it's that way round. These are the cockpit windows. All right. It looks upside down to me. I don't know what you think about it, but to me it looks upside down. It's very sandcrawler this way round. Not only the shape of it, but you know, the colour of it and the paint chippings. But it's a nice ship. So that's Bosk's. The next one is this one, and this is Dengar's ship, and his ship is called the Punishing One. And I like the asymmetrical style of it. I like the curvy wing thing of it, right? And as I say, this is Dengar's ship. This cockpit, the shape of the cockpit and also the red, does remind me an awful lot of this ship, which some of you may recognise. This is the lunar module from Jerry Anderson's UFO. That nose cone seems quite similar. Just thought I'd mention that. And that's it. That's all the bounty hunters from Empire Strikes Back. But I've got a few more. Thought I might as well show you them now. This, can't remember what the style of spaceship is, what its actual model number or name is, but this is Cad Bane's fighter. All right, because now I'm branching out and getting other Scum and Villainy. This, you only see it very briefly in The Force Awakens. This is the quad jumper. What about that quad jumper? And then it gets blown up, and then we see the Millennium Falcon. But I like it. I like the squatness of it. And the pilot I've chosen for it is Unkar Plutt? Yeah, Unkar Plutt. And then I've got one more. And this is a cut down TIE fighter. You get this a lot in the game where other ships are repurposed. You can get a lot of X-Wings. In fact, the Houndstooth, Bosk's ship, actually contains a brown X-Wing inside it, and if your ship is just about to explode, if the Houndstooth is going to blow up, you can leave in the X-Wing. He's called Arhav. I have no idea how this one works because I haven't used it yet. So there you go. Just a quick video. Thought you might like to see them.